Will the Senate please come to order? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Baker,
Here.
Senator Chang,
Here.
Senator Dela Cruz,
Here.
Senator English, Senator Favela,
Here.
Senator Gabbard,
Here.
Senator Ihara, Senator Inoue, Senator Kahele,
Present.
Senator Kanuha, Senator Keith Agaran,
Here.
Senator Keoho Kalole,
That was a you.
Senator Kidani, Senator Kim, Senator Misalucha, Senator Moriwaki, Senator Nishihara, Senator Rhodes,
Here.
Senator Riviere, Senator Ruderman,
Aloha.
Senator Shimabukuro,
Here.
Senator Taniguchi, Senator Thielen, Senator Wakai. Mr. President,
Present.
all 25 members are present.
Thank you. The chair has read the journal of the preceding day and approves the same. Are there any introductions this morning? If not, Madam Clerk.
Beginning on page 2, advise and consent.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking advise and consent on consent.
Standing Committee Report Number 1 on Governor's Message Number 1, Karen T. Nakasoni, gubernatorial nominee to the Intermediate Court of Appeals for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Rhodes,
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise in support of Governor's Message Number 1.
please proceed.
Thank you. Karen T. Nakasoni is a judge of the Circuit Court of the First Circuit of Hawaii. Since becoming a judge in 2011, she has presided over both civil and criminal calendars, handling well over 2,000 cases. She has also been assigned as Substitute Associate Justice of the Hawaii Supreme Court for 25 cases and Substitute Associate Judge of the Intermediate Court of Appeals for 4 cases. Judge Nakasoni started her legal career as a law clerk to then Associate ICA Judge Simeon Akoba Jr. She next gained significant trial and appellate experience during her 15 years as a public defender in the state's Office of the Public Defender. Near the end of her term at the Public Defender's Office, she was made a senior deputy in the Appeals Division. Judge Nakasoni is a graduate of Bryn Mawr College in Pennsylvania and Boston University School of Law, where she was president of the university's Asian Pacific American Law Students Association and vice president of the National Asian Pacific American Law Students Association. All of the testimony submitted was in support of Judge Nakasoni's appointment to the Intermediate Court of Appeals and commended her analytical ability and extensive experience. Testifiers included judges before whom she appeared when she was a deputy public defender and attorneys who have appeared before her in her current role as circuit court judge. After having reviewed the testimony and other materials submitted on this appointment and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Ms. Karen T. Nakasoni is well qualified to serve as an associate judge of the Intermediate Court of Appeals and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you. Do we have any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Senator De La Cruz, we need to just see your video on the vote. Thank you.
25 ayes.
Thank you. Karen T. Nakasoni has been confirmed as Associate Judge for the Intermediate Court of Appeals. Senator Rhodes.
I'm pleased to introduce our new Associate Judge of the Intermediate Court, Judge Karen T. Nakasoni. Judge, yes, so I don't know how we're going to do this way, but yes. Judge Nakasoni wishes to acknowledge the support of her parents, Hajime and Chieko Nakasoni, who are with her today, along with the judge's daughters, Abby and Ellie Nakasoni Amaguin.
Congratulations. Thank you, Senator Rhodes. Madam Clerk.
Standing Committee Report Number 2 on Judiciary Communication Number 1, Karen L. Holma, Judicial Nominee to the District Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Rhodes.
I rise in support of Judiciary Communication Number 1.
Please proceed.
Karen L. Homa has been in private practice for almost 30 years, focusing on civil litigation, especially commercial litigation. She is a partner at Bays, Lung, Rose, and Homa, where she also served as managing partner for 6 years. During her private practice tenure, she has been lead counsel for plaintiffs and defendants in hundreds of cases. Ms. Homa received her law degree from Willamette University College of Law in Salem, Oregon, and her undergraduate degree from Lewis and Clark College in Portland, Oregon. She's active in Hawaii's legal community, including serving as treasurer, vice president, and president-elect of the board of directors of the Hawaii State Bar Association. All of the testimony submitted was in support of Ms. Homa's appointment to the district court. In particular, testifiers noted her insight and legal expertise. After having reviewed the testimony and other materials submitted on this appointment and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Ms. Karen L. Homa is well qualified to serve as a district court judge of the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you, Senator. I'm sorry. Do we have further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
Okay. 25 ayes.
Thank you. Karen L. Homa has been confirmed as judge for the District Court of the First Circuit. Senator Rhodes.
I'm pleased to introduce our new district court judge, Judge Karen L. Homa. Judge Homa wishes to acknowledge the support of her husband, Scotty Anderson, her mother, Lisa Homa, her sister, Marianne Homa, and her brother and sister-in-law, Paul and Sherry Homa. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you, Senator Rhodes. Madam Clerk.
Standing Committee Report Number 3 on Judiciary Communication Number 2, Tracy S. Fukui, Judicial Nominee to the District Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Rhodes.
I rise in support of Judiciary Communication Number 2.
Please proceed.
Tracy S. Fukui is currently the section head of the Employment and Civil Rights Litigation Division for the Department of the Corporation Council of Honolulu. She has a wide range of civil and criminal experience that also includes working as a deputy public defender and solo practitioner. Ms. Fukui received her law degree from Lewis and Clark Law School in Portland, Oregon, and her undergraduate degree from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. She is active in the legal community, including serving as grand jury counsel for the First Circuit and presenting at the Hawaii State Bar Association's Junior Judges Program. All of the testimony submitted was in support of Ms. Fukui's appointment to the district court, and testifiers noted her broad experience and dedication to public service. After reviewing the testimony and other materials submitted on this appointment and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Ms. Tracy S. Fukui is well qualified to serve as a district court judge of the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
25 ayes.
Thank you. Tracy S. Fukui has been confirmed as judge for the District Court of the First Circuit. Senator Rhodes.
I'm pleased to introduce our new district court judge, Judge Tracy S. Fukui. Judge Fukui wishes to acknowledge the support of her parents, Wilfred and Kimi Fukui, who have both passed on, and her daughter Bailey and Bailey's father, Roger Thomas, who are joining her today. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you, Senator Rhodes. Madam Clerk.
Standing Committee Report Number 4 on Judiciary Communication Number 3, Bryant G. F. Y. Zane, Judicial Nominee to the District Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Rhodes.
I rise in support of Judiciary Communication Number 3.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Bryant G. F. Y. Zane is a deputy public defender at the Office of the Public Defender for the State of Hawaii, where he has worked for the majority of his career and has tried more than 250 cases. Prior to the Public Defender's Office, he worked on the neighbor islands, first as a law clerk in the Third Circuit in Hilo, and then for 5 years as a deputy prosecuting attorney in the Kauai County Prosecutor's Office. Mr. Zane received his law degree from Howard University School of Law in Washington, D.C., and his undergraduate degree from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. He has been actively involved in the legal community, including serving as a volunteer attorney with the courts in the community program and as the co-wide director for the Bar Association's Young Lawyers Division. All of the testimony submitted was in support of Mr. Zane's appointment to the district court. In particular, testifiers noted his integrity and commitment to clients and the public. After having reviewed the testimony and other materials submitted on this appointment and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Mr. Bryant G.F.Y. Zane is well qualified to serve as a district court judge in the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
25 ayes.
Thank you. Bryant G.F.Y. Zane has been confirmed as judge for the District Court of the First Circuit. Senator Rhodes.
I'm pleased to introduce our new district court judge, Judge Bryant G.F.Y. Zane. Judge Zane wishes to acknowledge the support of his wife, Dr. Cindy Goodness Zane, who is present with him today, their son, William Zane, also present, his mom, Lillian Zane, also present, and his father-in-law, Peruvia Joseph Goodness. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you, Senator Rhodes. Madam Clerk.
Standing Committee Report Number 5 on Judiciary Communication Number 4, Andrew T. Park, Judicial Nominee to the District Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Rhodes.
I rise in support of Judiciary Communication Number 4.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Andrew T. Park has been in private practice since 2011 with a focus on criminal law. For the past 3 years, he has also served as a per diem judge with the First Circuit's District Family Court. Judge Park's prior legal experience was as a deputy prosecuting attorney for the city and county of Honolulu. Judge Park received his law degree from the William S. Richardson School of Law and his undergraduate degree from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. He is active in the community, including membership in the Hawaii State Trial Judges Hawaii State Bar Association Joint Committee and as the secretary of the Hawaii chapter of the organization Mental Health America. All of the testimony submitted was in support of Judge Park's appointment to the district court, and testifiers noted his diligence and legal experience. After having reviewed the testimony and other materials submitted on this appointment and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Mr. Andrew T. Park is well qualified to serve as a district court judge for the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you, Senator Rhodes. Is there any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
25 ayes.
Thank you. Andrew T. Park has been confirmed as judge for the District Court of the First Circuit. Senator Rhodes.
I'm pleased to introduce our new district court judge, Judge Andrew T. Park. Judge Park wishes to acknowledge the support of his wife, Catherine Park, and his father, John Park. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you, Senator Rhodes. Madam Clerk.
Standing Committee Report Number 6 on Judiciary Communication Number 5, Courtney N. Nasso, Judicial Nominee to the District Family Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Rhodes.
I rise in support of Judiciary Communication Number 5.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Courtney N. Nasso has been in private practice since 2000, practicing in both Hawaii and California with a specialization in family law. She currently is an attorney with the law office of Stephen J. Kim, where she handles matters such as divorce, child custody, paternity, and adoption. Ms. Nasso received her law degree from Regent University School of Law in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and her undergraduate degree from Michigan State University. She is actively involved in the legal community, including as a volunteer mediator for the Mediation Center of the Pacific and a court-appointed volunteer settlement master for the First Circuit Family Court. All of the testimony submitted was in support of Ms. Nasso's appointment to the District Family Court. In particular, testifiers noted her extensive legal knowledge and professional demeanor. After having reviewed the testimony and other materials submitted on this appointment, and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Ms. Courtney N. Nasso is well qualified to serve as a District Family Court Judge of the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
25 ayes.
Thank you. Courtney Ann Nasso has been confirmed as judge for the District Family Court of the First Circuit. Senator Rhodes.
I'm pleased to introduce our new District Family Court Judge, Judge Courtney N. Nasso. Judge Nasso wishes to acknowledge the support of her family, especially her parents, her boss, colleague, and friend, Attorney Stephen J. Kim, and her former boss and friend, Attorney Douglas A. Crozier. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you, Senator Rhodes. Madam Clerk.
On page 3, Standing Committee Report number 7 on Judiciary Communication number 6, Elizabeth Peck Harris, Judicial Nominee to the District Family Court of the First Circuit, for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Rhodes.
I rise in support of Judiciary Communication number 6.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Elizabeth Peck Harris has been in private practice since 2004, focusing on family law. For a year and a half, she has been serving as a per diem judge with the First Circuit's District Family Court and is currently managing the domestic division calendar of a full-time judge. Judge Peck Harris received her law degree from the William S. Richardson School of Law and her undergraduate degree from the Evergreen State College in Olympia, Washington. She has been active in the legal community, including as a volunteer mediator for the Mediation Center of the Pacific. All of the testimony submitted was in support of Judge Peck Harris's appointment to the District Family Court. In particular, testifiers noted her diligence and ethical advocacy. After having reviewed the testimony and other materials submitted on this appointment and having examined the appointee in a hearing, our Judiciary Committee finds that Elizabeth Peck Harris is well qualified to serve as a District Family Court Judge of the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
25 ayes.
Thank you. Elizabeth Peck Harris has been confirmed as judge for the District Family Court of the First Circuit. Senator Rhodes.
I'm pleased to introduce our new District Family Court Judge, Judge Elizabeth Peck Harris. Judge Peck Harris wishes to acknowledge the support of Chief Justice Mark Rechtenwald, First Circuit Chief Judge Mark Browning, Senior Family Court Judge Christine Kuriyama, and her mother Sue, whom she describes as the rock in her life. Congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Rhodes. Madam Clerk.
Standing Committee Report number 8 on Judiciary Communication number 7, Thomas A.K. Haya, Judicial Nominee to the District Family Court of the First Circuit, for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Rhodes.
I rise in support of Judiciary Communication number 7.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thomas A.K. Haya has been in private practice for 24 years, specializing in family law. He is also contracted to provide full-time representation for indigent parents involved with the family court. Since 2014, he has served as a per diem judge with the First Circuit District Court. Judge Haya received his law degree from the William S. Richardson School of Law and his undergraduate degree from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. He has been active in the legal community, including as a pro bono attorney with the Legal Aid Society and Volunteer Legal Services Hawaii, and as a volunteer guardian ad litem. The testimony overwhelmingly supported Judge Haya's appointment to the District Family Court. In particular, testifiers noted his experience and integrity. After having reviewed the testimony and other materials submitted on this appointment and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Mr. Thomas A.K. Haya is well qualified to serve as a District Family Court Judge of the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
25 ayes.
Thank you. Thomas A.K. Haya has been confirmed as judge for the District Family Court of the First Circuit. Senator Rhodes.
I'm pleased to introduce our new District Family Court Judge, Judge Thomas A.K. Haya. Judge Haya wishes to acknowledge the support of his wife, Tammy, all of their children and grandchildren, and his siblings. Congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Rhodes. We'll review your overtime requests after your work today. Madam Clerk.
On page 3, miscellaneous business, usual and customary resolutions. Senate Resolution Number 1, authorizing the President to approve the Journal of the Senate on this final day of the first special session of 2020 for adoption.
Senator Kahele.
I move for the adoption of Senate Resolution 1.
Senator Favela.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried. Senate Resolution Number 1 has been adopted. Madam Clerk.
We have no further business, Mr. President.
Before asking for announcements today, as it's the last meeting probably for two of our members, I just wanted to begin by acknowledging Chair Rhodes. Last Thursday was the first meeting that we were able to hold remotely with taking testimony. I want to acknowledge Senator Kayahu Kalole, who has been on me for the last 2 years now since he's come to the Senate to work on having better live stream and technological capability. And through those efforts, we were prepared, at least by now, to deal with some of the distance issues. And so I'm appreciative of the leadership shown by the two of you and the other members who have been so supportive. And clearly, well, we looked really good in doing this. We could not have done this without Carol Taniguchi, Ben Villaflor, Chris Lamb, our support staff, and all of the rest of the members on their team who made sure that we met with the internet providers and had the improvements that were necessary to make everything look so effortless and seamless. So members, join me in giving a big hand to all of those who helped make this possible. With that, we have announcements. Senator Ruderman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Aloha, everybody. I wanted to say a farewell of sorts. I've been here for 8 years, and my full-time staff, Meiji Chang and Michael Greeno, have been with me for 7 and 8 of those years. I want to thank them above all else. I'm so proud of the work that we did. I'm proud of who they are, and I feel honored that they stayed with me for so long. To echo what the senator from Waimanalo said a couple of months ago, I feel that the Sergeant-at-Arms and his entire office and Senate Clerk and her entire office are unsung heroes around here. Their professionalism and excellence has always impressed me, and I hope they are appreciated. I realize I'm a bit of a different creature from a strange, distant land, so I very much thank each of my colleagues who treated me with aloha. To my friends here, thank you so very much. I couldn't have survived without you. I'm sure many of you are worried about missing me too much, so I want to give you some good news. Once things are back to normal, I plan to work for a job as a lobbyist. I think that'd be a good way for me to use my tremendous influence. And I think there might be some openings in the geothermal or GMO field. For the sake of the Journal, and those lucky enough to not know me, those last few sentences were in jest. Many times I've tried to sound an alarm here, always without success so far, but I'll try once more. This time it's not about the environment and it's not about ethics. I've often described the climate crisis as an iceberg that we are heading for on a Titanic-like ship. I still see it that way, but I no longer look to the Hawaii State Legislature to help steer that ship. Evidently, it is not our kuleana. But there is another iceberg that's ahead of us that's even closer, and no one else who can steer this course. That is a societal crisis of fast-growing poverty and inequality in our state, the state with the highest cost of living. This approaching financial crisis was already in process before COVID, and of course will be worsened by it. However, I have confidence in this body to guide us through COVID the best we can. In that regard, I thank those who've been working so hard on this. But the larger overarching crisis has not been recognized and will continue after our recovery. This is the bigger, closer iceberg, and there is no other entity to steer that ship, to avoid catastrophe. Hawaii cannot be a world-class destination and a society in distress. I know that it remains unrecognized because at the beginning of this year, the struggling working people of our state were offered a package, including the gradual increase of our minimum wage to $13 an hour over 4 years. That was an insult to struggling people in our state and a failure of our commitment to our people. $13 an hour satisfied the Chamber of Commerce and no one else. Certainly not any people working to improve poverty. Even this was dropped during our COVID crisis. We rightfully took care of government union worker raises, but we wrongfully abandoned regular, ordinary working people, those without benefits and without protections. We failed once again to help working people in such an easy, profound way, which other high cost of living areas have done. I've heard our reasons for inaction, which oddly were the same in bad times as they were in good times. But to those needing help, they only heard, "We failed you again, surprise, surprise," and we didn't even feel the need to comment on it. They see us as complacent and uncaring. I'm a bit of a business person myself. I know better than anyone here the challenges of increased payroll. But the employee who cannot pay rent is in a much more desperate situation than the business owner who has to downsize or even close. And it affects 1,000 times more people, and they are closer to homelessness and hunger. But paying livable wage comes with benefits as well. It's not in our business interest to have a failed society with rampant poverty and desperation on the streets. Our gated communities and luxury resorts will not insulate us from those effects. If we want a peaceful, healthy, affluent society, we have to bring our working people along with us. We're failing badly. Forgive me, I'm almost done. I know many don't agree with me about minimum wage being the solution, or don't see it as possible. With 200 employees and the person who would pay the highest price for it, it's the only solution I see. For those who don't, I hope you find a better solution and quickly, because business as usual leaves us on a collision course. We have the highest cost of living, the fastest growing poverty. This is the most supposedly democratic body in the most democratic state. Sorry, Kurt. Even with all the other influences around here, we ought to be fighting for working people at least as much as taking orders from the Chamber of Commerce. We must return to taking care of vulnerable working people, which benefits all of us, will keep us safe, and allow true prosperity. Okay, thank you. That's the last lecture for me. Thank you, and hello, everybody.
Thank you, Senator Ruderman. Do we have any other announcements? If not, Senator Kahele.
Yes, Mr. President, I move that the Senate of the 30th Legislature, first special session of 2020, adjourn sine die.
Excuse me, Senator Kahele, I couldn't see clearly on the monitor. Senator Thielen, did you have your hand raised? No, okay. If not, then Senator Favela.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. If there are no objections from the members, the Senate of the 30th Legislature, first special session of 2020, adjourned sine die.